Hey everyone, I'm Russ with WorldHealthHub.com. I wanted to make this video to walk everybody through kind of how I do a fruit smoothie in the morning. I've been advocating them for years, and a lot of people, that's one of the most common questions I get from the website or in person is, what do you actually put in your fruit smoothie? Because if you ever read through the products on the website, you might see that I advocate a lot of things for smoothie additions, and it's true. So I just wanted to kind of run down the basic fruit smoothie that I do, and and just kind of talk about some of the benefits that are involved with that. So this is take two because, like an idiot, I didn't turn off my cell phone ringer before I started the video. So I already have some of this prepped for you, which actually is good because it'll make the video a little bit shorter. So one of my favorite new additions to my health routine is the NutriBullet, and I don't get paid by the company. It'd be nice if I did because I love promoting their stuff. The NutriBullet is basically a magic bullet on steroids. So it actually gives you a bigger cup that you can make smoothies with. So I've been able to substitute that for using the blender now. I haven't used my blender for a long time because this thing's so powerful, and now the cup is big enough. Where before I would make smoothies with powders and the plant milks like almond and coconut, now I can actually put real food ingredients into the smoothie, and I have enough room for all my powders as well. So like I said, take two, I've already got some of this all laid out. So what I've got in the cup so far, I've got a handful of kale, and I'm not a kale lover, but Trader Joe's sells a nice organic kale, and with this NutriBullet I've been able to actually kind of add about a bag a week to my health routine, which is really good because vitamins, minerals, fiber, a lot of good phytochemicals in there, and sulfur. It's really good for skin health. So kale's been awesome. And then I just add frozen fruit. So I put in about a quarter cup of each, but it's just, you just kind of eyeball it. I got frozen mango, blueberries, pineapple. I get it all from Trader Joe's because they sell organic. A lot of stuff has an organic option or a non-GMO option. So that's why I get all my frozen fruit from them. So far in the blender I've got kale, mango, blueberries, pineapple, and the fruits really help to kind of mask the greens in the smoothie. So whether it's kale or super greens, I've already added as well. So I've got my green vibrance. Of course, you have to have a scoop of that. And then I also added a scoop of rainbow vibrance, one of my favorite all-time supplements, a blend of like 40 different fruits, whole fruit powders and fruit extracts of some of the most nutrient-dense foods. So far that's what I've got in there. In addition to, I was explaining before that I have, basically I take like an old greens container and I mix up my super fruit powders in there. So I've got Navitas Naturals, acai, pomegranate, and goji powder. I just kind of shake them all up together. Now we sell a product that's called a twister powder that already has that done for you. It's just a matter of economics. They charge you more to do that for you, so I like to just get the bag separately, and then I can kind of combine them all for myself. Save a little bit of money, have a bigger batch to operate from. So I just use about 2 tablespoons of that. So that's what we've got in here so far. And I wanted to talk about the protein option. I always put protein in a smoothie. One, it kind of makes it into a meal alternative, so you can substitute it for a meal. But if you're working out or trying to recover, obviously protein is huge, and this is something that bodybuilders don't know, and meatheads don't know, and a lot of other vegetarians and vegans don't know, that if you take a good pea protein and combine it with a good rice protein, what you end up with is an amino acid profile that's very similar to human muscle. So especially if you're trying to recover from physical activity or put on muscle, there's no better way to do it than give your body the exact ratio of amino acids that it needs to build muscle. It takes a lot less time, and it's a lot more effective that way. In addition, Growing Naturals proteins taste delicious. So their pea protein is the best I've ever tried. There's a lot of other pea proteins out there and they taste like crap for some reason. I don't know how they did it, but this one came out tasting great. So what I do is I put a scoop of the pea protein, which has about 15 grams of protein in it, into the bullet, and then I put about a half scoop of the rice protein in there to add another about 10-12 grams of rice protein. And these are both vanilla flavored, so they mix really nicely with the fruits in the smoothie, give it a nice sweetness, and basically really increase that protein content to turn it into a full meal. And then if I'm out of, I'll usually use almond milk or coconut milk. Right now I'm actually out of it, so I wanted to kind of give easy presentation. We sell Growing Naturals organic rice milk as well. It's powdered. It's actually high protein, and it blends seamlessly with water to actually create rice milk for you. So it's actually, you know, it can be a cheaper option than the store, especially when you're considering the organic component. And it tastes great too. It has a nice sweet vanilla flavor. So you end up saving a little bit of money, getting more protein, and you know, you get the organics out of it. So those are all the basic ingredients that I put in this particular fruit smoothie. And then what I'll do is just add some coconut water, for instance, because I'm out of the plant milk. So I have the rice milk powder. I just add the coconut water to the bullet. And when that blends up, that'll be essentially my rice milk along with some extra electrolytes that are in there as well. So I fill that up. Sometimes I get a little ambitious with how many ingredients I put in, so it can be a little thick. You can basically play around with your recipe to make it thick or thin depending on how you like your smoothie consistency. If you want it like a frozen fruit smoothie, you know, kind of like you buy it Jamba Juice or something like that, or you want something a little thinner that's easier to drink and goes down quicker, then you know, like put in a little bit less stuff. And then my last ingredient, because I'm vegan and you want to give it the omega-3 boost, I use the Ascenta Nutra Veggie Oil. It's got a sweet fruit flavor, so it's not going to impact the smoothie. For those fish oil users out there, I wouldn't recommend mixing fish oil in with the smoothie. Either take it in capsule form, or if you're doing the liquid, just kind of put a little bit under your tongue and take it with your first drink of smoothie. It'll go down a lot easier that way as opposed to blending it in. But with the Nutra Veggie, it's so sweet and has just a pleasant flavor that I just blend it right into my smoothie, and all it does is add a sweetness, like just a hint of sweetness. You don't even notice any kind of oil taste. It's not fishy because it's, you know, it's vegetarian, so it's not from any animal sources, and it just gives a lot of extra omega-3s to the smoothie. So just to kind of round it out. A serving of that. Okay, now we're ready. And as you can see, if I wasn't talking, I could get this all done in about 60 seconds. So for somebody who says they don't have enough time, that's not really an excuse. You know, you always have time to have a superior nutritious meal than you know, than a bowl of cereal. For about the same amount of time it would take to pour a bowl of cereal, pour some milk on it, and start eating, you can mix up one of these nutrient dense smoothies with everything in it. Okay, it'll just take a minute to blend it up. Should be done, and that's all it takes. For anybody who ever buys a NutriBullet, one thing, when you take the top off, you know, the blades tend to accumulate like a lot of liquid because there's extra blades in there compared to the Magic Bullet. So hold it over the cup and let it kind of drip off. Otherwise, you're either going to get some on your clothes or on your countertop. So just kind of shake it off a little bit, and then you can wash it off real quick. It only takes 5 seconds to clean this thing. That's the greatest thing about it. Alright, so that's it. Beautiful purple fruit smoothie from the blueberries and the acai powder, and tons of omega-3s, fiber, protein. This is a full meal. I'm a big guy, so you know, drinking this isn't a problem for me. If you're used to smaller meals, you know, make a smaller recipe, but either way you're going to get a ton of nutrition. There's probably more nutrients in this than the average person gets in 3 or 4 days of regular eating. So you know, it's just it's an amazing supplement to your health routine, and I wish you the best of health. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me, support@worldhealthhub.com. Have a great day.